Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Guys, tonight we're checking out the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We are on episode 3. This one's called The Power Broker. So maybe we'll find out who was on the other end of that text message that we saw them get. So I'm really interested in this. They're packing a ton of story into this. And as casual Marvel fans, maybe we're not catching it all. But I have so many questions, I just want to get to it.
We got so much information thrown at us in the second episode. We learned a lot about the new Captain America. We learned some extra stuff about Bucky's past that we didn't know about. And there's a whole bunch of other super soldiers we were unaware of, by the way. But I'm sure this one's going to deliver a lot more, so I can't wait to get into it.
All right, with that being said, let's go!
Reset, restore, rebuild.
Reduce, reuse, recycle? What?
Daniel Bryan's the president.
Don't give him a second to delete, shred, or breathe.
Surprised the new Captain America helmet wouldn't have a lower face shield on it, you know?
Yeah.
I get in the interest of...
On Walker. Hey, stop! You're harboring a date.
Oh, they're here already.
We know she came through here. Now where'd she go?
Oh.
Do you know who I am?
Whoa, not very Steve Rogers-esque behavior.
Oh.
Giving displaced people shelter and medicine. That kind of thing creates loyalty, man. I know you want this. I get it. But we've literally tried everything we can here. So is Langley. We keep drawing blanks.
He wants to go to his old military stuff.
Korrekte Schlugel. 6172.
Oh, sitting in the dark.
It's an interesting looking cell.
All plexiglass.
Yeah, but just the interior.
Javoy.
Yes. What movie was he in with the Marvel Universe? I don't remember.
Just wanted to see how the new you reacts to the old words.
Had to be Captain America 2, I think.
It was never personal. You were simply a means to a necessary end.
That makes things okay.
He blew up the UN. He killed King T'Chaka and framed you for it. Did you forget that?
Oh.
What's the book you're reading?
Machiavelli.
Didn't Machiavelli fake his own death?
Yeah.
These things escalate. Lockdown procedures would have to be initiated. With all those bodies flying around left and right, wouldn't be hard to slip down a hallway or two.
The old take the outfit.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, what are you doing here?
I didn't want to tell you because I knew you wouldn't let this happen, okay?
What did you do?
We need him, Sam.
You're going back to prison.
If I may.
No!
When Steve refused to sign the Sokovia Accords, you backed him, you broke the law, and you stuck your neck out for me. I'm asking you to do it again.
I really think I'm invaluable.
Shut up. Okay. If we do this, you don't make a move without our permission.
Fair.
Okay, Zemo. Where do we start?
Oh. I know the actor. I just didn't know or forgot who Zemo was.
These are mine. Collected by family over the generations.
Oh, Desert Eagle.
In gold.
First stop is a woman named Selby. Mid-level fence I still have a line on. From there we climb.
So all this time you've been rich?
Over the dark hood. God's positions.
Drozanits.
Ride in style.
Yeah.
I was just fascinated by this. I don't know what to call it, but this part seems to be important. Who is Nakajima?
Oh.
Do we want to live in a world full of people like the Red Skull? That is why we're going to Madripoor.
What's up with Madripoor? You guys talk about it like it's Skull Island.
GRC resettlement camp in Latvia.
You should be with her now. She'd want that.
Oh, she's got somebody who's sick.
Oh, the makeshift hospital.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's probably her motivation. She's got somebody close to her who's sick, and
yeah.
If we have to do something about this, I'm the only one who looks like a pimp.
You look exactly like the man you're supposed to be playing. Sophisticated, charming African rake named Conrad Mack, a.k.a. the Smiling Tiger.
He even has a bad nickname.
Hightown's that way. Not a bad place if you want to visit. But Lowtown's the other way.
Let me guess, we don't have any friends in Hightown.
This doesn't look sketchy at all.
oh,
Not even a little bit.
huh. These guys are rolling up on him real close, boxing him in. Well, he's showing off the arm, no problem, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting that they got him showing off the arm like that. Well, he's saying you got to pretend like somebody you used to be, so maybe he's supposed to be the Winter Soldier.
Yep, and if he's with Zemo...
Yeah, he's got the vest on and everything. Power broker is watching.
So who's the power broker?
The usual?
Oh, it's the heart.
Someone's suspicious.
In Madripoor, he's judge, jury, and executioner. Zimni Soldad. Spirot Vatako.
Oh.
Oh,
Big short arm clothesline. Oh.
he is doing work.
Seba will see you now.
Thank you.
You good?
Music.
It's a lot of cash sitting on those tables.
Yeah.
You're taller than I'd heard. Smiling tiger.
Tell us what you know about the Super Soldier Serum, and I give you him, along with the code words to control him, of course.
Code words?
Super Soldier Serum is here in Madripoor. Dr. Wilfred Nagel is the man you want to thank, or condemn, depending on what side of this you're on. Power broker had him working on the serum, but things didn't go as planned.
Is Nagel still in Madripoor?
The breadcrumbs you can have for free. Answer it. On speaker.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, we need to talk about this situation. It's been driving me nuts.
What situation exactly are you talking about?
Are you high?
I'll let you slide at the bank.
Yeah, the bank, yeah. Laundered so much money.
Then why'd they dog you out, big time?
Yeah, you damn right I'm big time. You'll see when I have that banker killed.
Cass, what'd I tell you about the chick?
Sam, I'm sorry. Let me call you back.
Sam.
Almost made it.
Kill them.
Oh. Whoa.
Whoa, who was that?
Yeah, where did that come from?
They're gonna pin this on us.
We have a real problem now, so leave your weapons and follow my lead.
I can't run in
These heels. What's on the back of those bikes?
Yeah, it's like they got a real tall sissy bar.
They got somebody covering their six.
Seem to have a guardian angel.
I don't think that's Han.
Drop it, Zemo.
Sharon, wait. Someone recreated the Super Soldier Serum, and Zemo had a lead.
Well, that explains why you guys are here. And Selby's dead.
So what are you doing here?
I stole Steve's shield, remember? I also took the wings for your ass so that you could save his ass from his ass. Unlike you, I didn't have the Avengers to back me up, so...
I'm confused.
This gallery is specialized in stolen artwork. Monet, Van Gogh, classics.
It's true. You know, half the artwork in museums like the Louvre is fake. The old stuff sits in places like this.
Okay, guys, I see what you're doing. You're more worldly than good old Sam.
Yeah. What's Google say?
You know the whole hero thing is a joke, right? I mean, the way you gave up that shield deep down, you must know it's all a fantasy.
Oh.
She's kind of awful now.
Carly Morgenthau and at least 7 others have taken the serum.
You guys really should steer clear of all of this. For your own safety.
We know it's a risk. But we're not going to leave until we find the person who cracked the code.
We got a name. Wilfred Nagel.
Nagel works for the power broker.
I can get your name cleared.
You haggling with my life?
Not like that.
I don't buy that. You pretending like you can clear my name.
Okay, maybe it is hypocrisy. Maybe you're right. What happened to you? But I'm willing to try if you are. They cleared the bionic staring machine, and he killed almost everybody he's met.
I heard that.
You help us out, and I'll get your name cleared.
Lay low, blend in, enjoy the party. Try to stay out of trouble. I'll see what I can find.
Trouble.
The way she shook Sam's hand was kind of almost like, well, I know you're going to try, but I'm not expecting anything.
Right.
Hey, Sharon, you sure this is the right one?
It's completely empty.
Positive it has to be.
Bit of a trap.
Or is there a trap door?
Fake bottom?
Yeah, false wall?
This doesn't feel good. Okay, if the containers are stacked, this one goes up to another container.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of gas tanks there.
Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
Where they're making it. I didn't think we'd find his lab. I thought we'd just find the guy.
We know you created the Super Soldier Serum.
Get out of my lab.
Hey. We know who he is, right? You seem like a pretty smart guy, so you better become conversational real quick.
Guys, we have company.
Oh, she's gonna do work on these guys.
Oh, with a pipe.
Every bounty hunter in the city is here. We gotta go.
Oh.
Oh,
right in the forearm.
Hey, folks in the comments, help me out. I don't remember who Sharon is from any of the movies, but obviously she must be trained soldier as well or something.
Was recruited by the CIA. They had blood samples from an American test subject with semi-stable traces of serum. After much labor, I was able to isolate the necessary compounds in his blood.
How have we never heard about this?
Because before I was able to complete my work, I turned to dust.
Oh, he was... Yep.
Oh! There goes that guy, and... Oh, she's getting...
Oh.
Now what?
Guys, we're seriously out of time here.
Oh!
What did you do?
Oh.
Oh.
All right, this definitely kicked into high gear.
Well, so if he was the only scientist that's able to do it, Carly stole the vials, and those vials are gone, then...
That's all that's left, and Zemo took him out.
Especially now this thing's on fire. Oh. Oh, they keep showing those vials.
Yeah.
Is he gonna grab one?
No.
You like living here? I came out first. You're supposed to follow me.
And where are we now?
That's not the time!
You know, barricade. It's in every action movie.
Oh, he's got his mask. Oh! Oh! Right in the shoulder. Let off some steam. Okay.
You're going back to jail.
Do you want to find Carly or not?
Well, that was one hell of a reunion.
Come back to the States with us.
I told you I can't. Just get me that part and you promised me.
Thanks for everything.
Is that an old GTO? Is that what that was?
We've got a big problem. Actually, a couple of them. I'll tell you in the car. Let's go.
Do you remember how scared we were when we took the serum? Felt like my veins were on fire. Prayed it'd kill me, but it was worth it. Because this world is ours. Should have been Mama Donya's. And we're going to use all of our strength to give it to the kids in those camps.
I mean, are they the bad guys?
Yeah, I mean...
Nagel was killed in Mandrapore. We've got the last of the serum. Power Broker is about to come begging.
So they still have more.
Mm-hmm.
They stole 20, and as far as we know,
like 6
or 8, I think. Is he over there cleaning off his thumb?
Yeah.
Just thinking about all the shit Sharon had to go through. And Nate were referring to the American test subject like Isaiah wasn't even a real person.
That's who I thought.
It was Isaiah.
Yeah.
Hey, Diego, Lennox, second van. It's the mother load. This is enough for our whole camp. You're just sitting on this stuff.
The inefficiencies of government bureaucracies.
They're just sitting on it.
Yep. The stuff would probably go bad before
they
it got
hit the mother load, and the government's just sitting on it.
Yep.
You had 6 months worth of supplies just sat there in that building. Don't you understand? We're fighting for our lives.
Oh, aren't you taking your car?
No. Put your seatbelt. Now.
Oh. Somebody set him up.
There were still people in there.
This is the only language.
Oh no, it was her.
Oh.
I didn't see that coming. Okay, well,
so
now she's in a different camp.
She's turned the corner a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
See you guys in a bit.
What is that?
That's interesting.
Another one.
I was wondering when you were going to show up.
Oh! Man, they just keep adding people in this series, you know? All right, folks, we're going to scrub ahead here a little bit, see if there's any post-credit stuff. Does not look like it. All right, that was episode 3, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and you know, when they were having the shootout in the cargo yard, I wrote down, this is starting to feel like a buddy cop movie, you know, a little bit. You know, we've all seen, you know, or maybe you haven't, but the Lethal Weapons and those type of movies where it's kind of starting to have that vibe to it, and I think mostly because, you know, Sam and Bucky, they're not in their normal, I guess, costumes or outfits, gear, whatever you want to call it. They're plain clothes. They're kind of working this undercover. So, you know, for a little bit there, you kind of forget who it is that you're watching. I mean, obviously, Bucky has the arm, and he is the Winter Soldier, regardless if he tries to bury that part of his past or not. We saw he was able to turn it on like a switch in the bars, but when they're not in their costumes, it's very easy to kind of look at it as a little bit something different other than some Marvel content. But either way, this one's been a lot of fun. They keep bringing in characters from the past. I'm starting to kind of remember who some of the people are, and you're recognizing some cameos and stuff. I didn't know who Sharon was, though. I mean, obviously she was like superhero level herself.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what movie she was from or what franchise that she was in, but yeah. And then we had another big reveal at the end there. So obviously, they're looking for Zemo, and I think we all know why. So this one was again a lot of fun, and again, just like the last episode before, so much stuff going on, and I kind of wonder if there's little notes and things that I'm missing out on because I'm not like a 100% diehard Marvel fan who knows a lot of the details and things like that. As I said, I'm a casual fan. I enjoy all the content that Marvel puts out, but casual at best, I guess I would say. But this one has been a lot of fun, and it's ramping up is all I can really say. And I thought we were going to see who the power broker was, but just another shadowy figure out there playing people with puppet strings, I guess.
Yeah, they packed a ton of action and a ton of storylines into this episode. In fact, we had discussed that with the previous episode, how much that they put into one episode. We had Zemo getting out of prison. We had him going to Madripoor. We had him, taking out, I forget her name, the lady in Madripoor. Then they find the scientist who recreated the super serum. I mean, now we got people from Wakanda looking for Zemo. They're hiding out. Got Sharon's story. I mean, there is so much that they pack into each episode, and a ton of action as well. Of course, the prison breakout scene was a ton of action. We saw the Winter Soldier in a little fight scene in the bar. We saw them trying to get away, which was an action scene. We saw all the action that was happening with Sharon as they were in the container. And I mean, it's just like so much, just action, story. Of course, we saw that the rebels, the Robin Hoods.
The Flag Smashers.
The Flag Smashers. Because Carly.
Yeah, Carly. Yeah,
Carly. She really turned the corner here after she lost somebody that she loved. It was very much this Robin Hood story. They're going to take medicine. They're going to take supplies and give it to people who are in need. Which they found this stash that had been just sitting there.
Yeah.
But she torched the building at the end, which even shocked the person that she was with,
right?
As you could see. So maybe, losing somebody close to her made her decide that this wasn't just about helping out those in need anymore, but it was every bit as much about punishing the people who were putting them in that situation, which... once you turn that corner, it's one thing to take something from somebody to give it to somebody in need. It's another thing to harm the person that you take it from. You cross a whole different set of moral boundaries there. And whether people agree with it or disagree with it, that's on the individual. But they just keep packing more and more and more into these episodes. We got a brief shot of Captain America and Battlestar.
Yeah, I didn't even mention that.
They seem like they're not really playing by rules either. I mean, this Captain America feels like it's not that he's not likable. I mean, at first I was like, when they gave us the teaser at the end of episode 1, I'm like, no way, and then episode 2, I'm like, this guy's all right. And then the end of episode 2, it was stay out of my way. And it's like, okay, is he somebody that we don't like, or is he somebody who just isn't like the super, I'm Steve Rogers, I'm here to save the day,
because all day.
Because Steve Rogers was just like, he was, his moral compass always pointed straight north, right? And this guy seems more purpose-driven, but we got to remember, he was an actual former soldier. Right, and they said he's got all these medals of honor.
Yeah, he did everything while Steve was idealistic and young when he became.
So he was out there doing God knows what as a soldier, and so his mindset maybe on how to get things done is a little bit different than what we saw from Steve Rogers. So he's the new Captain America, but his moral code I don't know is the same as Steve Rogers' was. So. I'm not going to say I dislike him. I'm kind of intrigued by the new Captain
intrigue's
America.
a good word.
Still very unsure of, how he's going to, if he's not one of the super soldiers. When they were talking about test subjects at first, I was like, wait a minute, are they talking about
Walker?
Are they talking about Walker? Were they doing tests on him and that's it? And then we got the reveal at the end that it was Isaiah,
Isaiah,
which is interesting, because Isaiah had said in the last episode, he was locked up and they did the test, and the test and stuff like that. So, and of course we got the huge, bombshell dropped on us that they made 20 vials of the Super Soldier Serum. Of course, not all 20 were used, and they said Carly has the rest. Power Broker's going to come looking for them. How many we have left? I think we said there were 6 or 8 people at least that we knew of
like that
used it, which leaves a lot of Super Soldier
at least
Serum
10 probably
left.
Yeah.
Right. But Zemo made a very solid point of taking out the scientist, and they made it very, very clear with the scientist saying, I was the only one.
Yeah, they definitely put a
it.
button on that.
That
no questions.
Nobody else could do what he did. They kept showing those vials shaking though, and it was like a tease, like, did the Winter Soldier grab one?
Yeah,
they kept showing. They made a point of showing those vials,
well,
and
I'm not sure if that was the serum or if that was just to kind of show the lab was being shaken.
But I'm like, I wonder if he grabbed something and had something. Maybe it wasn't the serum, but maybe it was some component of the serum that scientists could use to recreate it. There's I feel like this review was like, oh, and there's this, and there's this, and there's this, and there's this, and I'm not taking notes because I'm trying to pay closer attention to the actual show. I almost feel like it's worth a rewatch each time we do the show before we jump into the next episode, and not necessarily even just a rewatch. I'm wondering if we can go online, whether it be on YouTube or just on fan pages and things like that, and get breakdowns of each episode. So I think what I'm going to do, and I'll be very cognizant of trying not to get spoilers, is see if there's an episode by episode breakdown, because as a casual Marvel fan, I'm trying to understand what's going on. We relatively recently did WandaVision.
Yep.
And with WandaVision, everything was so confusing, and I guess I just kind of with WandaVision wanted to keep watching to try to learn more. It wasn't like I had like this need to know what's going on, but I've always been, if I'm being honest, like the Scarlet Witch, not a superhero that I was super into when I was young. But Captain America's story has always intrigued me a little bit more. Of course, everybody grows up watching Captain America, right? So I feel like I need to know more, and I am such a casual fan that I feel like even after watching these episodes, I'm still in the dark. And not just in the dark, like, I need to know how this story ends, because I know these episodes are going to keep developing.
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't know enough about the characters to get a full grasp on everything going on. Now, that being said, I also don't know, maybe is this a new story?
Yeah.
That's the one thing. Like, what we've talked with The Answer and Diamond Dave about, like, well, this is the story that the comic told us, but is this a new story from Marvel? Does Marvel ever create their new stories with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or is this comic based as well? So I have so many questions. So as always, you guys have always been fantastic about helping us out in the comments without dropping spoilers, so please continue to do so. But I can't wait for the next one. I'm imagining they're going to give us another episode loaded with action and information, but I'm trying to wrap my head around how they could pack anything more into a single episode. These each feel almost like their own movies.
They really do. I was thinking that as well.
I tell you what, it's very interesting about these series like this, because I always thought, and a big reason why I never got into these, like when they're making a TV series out of Marvel stuff, like no, it's a silver screen type stuff. I need to be in a theater,
big screen,
watching
big
this
sound
on the big screen.
Yep.
And then you start watching these, and you're like, well, like there's no way they could have crammed this into a movie. And you start realizing like there's so much storytelling, and to take this universe and to put it into hour-long episodes, it's just it's really intriguing to me. I think they get to dive so much more into these stories, And now I find myself wondering, like, wouldn't it be cool if there was an Iron Man TV series or a Thor, or how much storytelling could you do with TV series or, you know, limited series, as opposed to just, hey, we need to try to cram this into a 2-hour movie, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think a couple of things to consider with these series on Disney Plus, whether it be WandaVision or this one or Loki or whichever ones we do next, is that I think we need to consider the time that they were released versus the movies from Marvel that were out and kind of where they fit into the timeline, because I think it can be a little messy, the fact that we're going back now after having, you know, like we did, you know, we did, you know, Spider-Man stuff, we did Doctor Strange, which kind of helped out with Wanda a little bit, you know, but it's been so long since I saw not only the original Captain America, but also Captain and Winter Soldier. I didn't remember so much.
I am going to give myself a homework assignment before we watch the next episode, and that homework assignment is going to be for me to get a timeline, and I'll see if I can even have one here in the studio. I would like to have a timeline of where these shows all fit into everything. As far as here's the movie, here's this movie, here's this TV show, and maybe it didn't even, you know, release until after the movie, but this is where it's supposed to fit in the timeline.
Yeah, because I think they're pulling a lot, obviously, and this is getting long, folks. I know we'll wrap it up soon, but I think
fans here.
Yeah, casual fans
so
here.
Much to talk about.
So much to say. They definitely pulled a lot from the Civil War movie, Captain America, you know, Civil War and all that, the Avengers Civil War, whatever it was. They're pulling a lot from that, and they're obviously pulling a lot from Captain America and the Winter Soldier, the second one in the franchise. So I think those two are the ones they're pulling from the most, and I think as casual fans, we might not be picking up on a lot of the Easter eggs that are in there. And as Oak said, a lot of you are always great at pointing that stuff out. Might be like, oh, Sharon is from this movie and she worked with this agency and this is how she helped Sam and Steve, you know, whatever, when they were, you know, doing their stuff in Civil War. So I'm sure it's out there, but it's just been a minute since we've seen it.
Time to do some homework.
It's a lot of homework, and the thing that's tough too is because obviously we're in the business of doing reaction channels, so we never know what's going to be next. And you know, I know a lot of times we talk about, like, with it might be a while since we have seen a movie or we saw it once. We never know what might come back on the docket, so who knows?
Well, we'll find out a little bit more, or probably a lot more rather, on the next episode, episode 2 and 3. Give us so much more information after the original episode. Yep. And I just, you know, how many total are in this?
I think there's like 8 or 9.
There's 8, yeah. So we're only about a third of the way into this storyline. So much more to go. I can't wait to be back for episode 4.
All right, guys. Well, I can't wait either. So for the Appleton Oak, I'm Mason Quinn. This has been Bad Medicine. That was the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We're going to see you back here for the next one.